Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to unlock diamond camo and specifically on the assault rifles. A lot of the tips go for all of the different classes of weapons, but there's specific challenges once you knock out the 100 headshots for the assault rifles. And basically, I got diamond camo. I know it is kind of late if you're looking at it as far as the game's been out for almost a month, but I really just played naturally in 4 high scores and gameplays. Once I started going for these camos a couple days ago, it was really quick to unlock them diamond because I was following these simple tips and knocking them out as quick as possible. This is something that diamond or dark matter will really take you forever if you're just trying to do it passively. And of course, diamond camo does change colors like you see in the video every 5 kills, I think, or every 5 gun kills on a gun streak. But basically, once you put your mind to it and try your hardest to get it done as fast as possible, it definitely is the best. So drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate that. If you guys could smash a like, let's go for 1,500 likes. That'd be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Once again, thank you for 900,000 or over 900,000 subscribers as of right now. And let's talk about the challenges. Now, to get diamond assault rifles, I think is a good one to go for because assault rifles aren't too hard. They're probably not as easy as SMGs, just because it's basically long shots versus revenge medals, but it is pretty easy to get diamond assault rifles, and they are probably, at least for me, the 5 assault rifles are definitely my most used class of weapons. I probably use the assault rifles the most, and then maybe either tactical rifles or SMGs the second most, but this game is dominated by ARs, and that's why I think it's worth it, even though, like, I still haven't made my mind up if I want to go for dark matter. Dark matter in this game is kind of, it's not that good until you get on like big kill streaks, you know, during the game, which is cool for gameplays and stuff, but diamond does that as well, and diamond will even turn rainbow once you get a nuclear, which I actually almost got a nuclear in this gameplay, but I call him my Hellstorm, and like a teammate was in the room with me and I thought I was safe, but an enemy ends up rushing in and getting the kill. Anyway, let's start off with the challenges. Diamond assault rifles I think is 100% worth it if you play with ARs, even if you don't want to go for dark matter. Now, 100 headshots. The easiest way to do 100 headshots, and I made a specific video on how to get more headshots if you want to check that out, but the premise is I use a headset, right? And I go into hardcore free-for-all and I use acoustic sensor. And the reason why I go into hardcore and hardcore free-for-all is hardcore free-for-all with acoustic sensor and dead silence and a headset, even though you don't get the part of acoustic sensor which shows the red lines up on the minimap, you can basically sound whore your enemies and use your headphones to listen for when the enemies are rushing you, and that's how you're going to be able to take them out with acoustic sensor. And that's why I think it's still good in hardcore, especially if you have some sort of, whether it's iPod headphones, an Astro headset, a Turtle Beach headset, any sort of headset can be very helpful, and I think it definitely is important in this game. And then while I go hardcore free-for-all instead of normal free-for-all, you'll notice I do a lot of these challenges in hardcore, and I'm not really a hardcore player. I usually, when I'm just playing normally, I'll stick to core game modes, but I go to hardcore because it's sort of like a cheat code or an easy way to knock out these challenges, because in hardcore, it's 30 health, so 1 bullet is all you have to land, and then of course they will be instantly basically deleted from the game. And that's why if you use your audio cues and your acoustic sensor, your dead silence, to get the 1-up on enemies rushing you, you can knock out headshots very easily in that game mode, and that's what I would recommend doing to get 100 headshots on each gun. Of course, by now, if you haven't got diamond, you probably have a lot of the headshots done naturally, especially for weapons like the Rampart and the ICR. I think were weapons that I use so much at the start, and of course I use the Rampart with double high caliber, which gives you even more headshots, and then because you're doing more damage to the head even in core. And then with the ICR, of course, there's an automatic weapon that's great at taking people off of head glitches, so you're going to get headshots naturally. So by the time I started to go hard on these challenges, I already had a lot of headshots specifically for those weapons done. So, you know, take the natural headshots you've got done, but if you put your mind to it and you go into hardcore free-for-all or even hardcore TDM if you want to, I just find that free-for-all using my audio cues is the easiest way, and that's how you knock out the 100 headshots. Next is the 10 long shots. Now, for the 10 long shots, I recommend hardcore domination. Now, for a couple of reasons. Number one, hardcore is the way to go for long shots because the same reason it's the way to go for headshots. You only have to hit them once in the head. From distance, you only have to hit them like 1, 2, or 2 times with most guns. Most of the time it'll be a 1 shot, sometimes a 2 shot with different weapons from a long way away, and they'll die. In core, it's a lot harder to aim and to keep your aim steady on someone who's so many meters away, which is a lot easier in hardcore to pull the trigger, hit him with a couple of bullets, and then you'll be able to get that kill very easily. That's definitely what I recommend for the 10 long shots. I think you should stick to each of the basically I play hardcore domination because that's where you can get the longest lines of sight, and stick to maps where you can get those super duper long lines of sight. Icebreaker is a great one down that right side. You can have a super long line of sight, even down the left side. Jungle is great. I usually go top rock or way at the back of the rock on the other side looking at top rock. There's a bunch of maps that are great for knocking out these long shots. Firing range is pretty good as well. But there's other maps like Hacienda, which is really tough. Arsenal, which is really tough. Or there's only like one line of sight that's possible. So you want to get those maps that are out in the open. You can get those long shots, and you basically just camp. You post up. If I play jungle, I just post up on the top rock, back up all the way, and just try to hit them across the map. And it shouldn't take more than a couple games to knock out those 10 long shots. Probably only 1 to 2 games if you do get a good map. But I do recommend basically lobby searching or searching for a good map, because if you're playing on Summit, chances are that whole game is going to be a waste if your whole purpose is going for long shots, because I really can't think of a line of sight. I mean, I'm sure there is one on Summit that can get you a long shot, but there's consistent lines of sight on stuff like Jungle, on maybe Firing Range, or other maps that you can get those lines of sight on. Militia, another great one. So that's what I recommend doing. Next is 5 Bloodthirsties, which is just 5 kill streak or 5 gun streak with the gun. You have to do that 5 times. Should be pretty easy for a good player. It should just come naturally. If you do struggle with that, what I recommend is throw on the acoustic sensor and basically play the corners or play doorways. So when you stand by a doorway, you see the acoustic sensor light up, someone's going to run through. People don't check corners. It's an easy way to get on a 5 sort of kill streak. Play naturally till you get 2 kills or 3 kills depending on your skill level, and then back up, use your acoustic sensor to track enemies and sort of sit in corners, let them come through, because if that's what you have to do to knock out those Bloodthirsties, it is worth it. You have to get those Bloodthirsties done. Double kills, I think it's like 5 double kills is one of the challenges. This is one that's probably so easy you won't even have to think about it, and it'll just come naturally. I didn't even think about this challenge for any of the assault rifles. It came naturally, but double kills, the way to do it is just move up in domination. If you're ahead of the middle flag, a B flag, up towards there, whatever flag they're owning in domination, you can get double kills fairly easily, even though it is harder traditionally in this game because it's 150 health per player instead of 100. You can knock out those double kills. And then the last 2 challenges are to do 50 kills with both no attachments and with 5 attachments with an optic. So when doing the 50 kills with 5 attachments and an optic, you basically get nothing on that class setup, not even a piece of gear. So you're sort of left out to dry, but you do have a weapon that has an optic, an elo, or a reflex, I would recommend, and then deck it out with the 5 attachments that you think is best for that weapon. So of course, to even have that many attachments unlocked and to have that many primary gunfighters unlocked, you have to be, I think, beyond like level 35, somewhere around there. You have to be above level 30, I think, somewhere around there, to even have everything unlocked. So make sure if you're going through the prestiges like I am, it can get tricky trying to micromanage leveling up and not trying to be stuck at level 55 because you want to go through the prestiges, but still trying to complete the challenges, especially for weapons like the Maddox. That's why I ended up using a prestige token on that. Well, it's also like, I mean, the reason I used it is because I wanted to get a class setup out and because it's a really, really good gun, but it also helped me to get diamond. And you know what I mean? Micromanaging that can be kind of tough. So make sure you knock out those kills with 5 attachments and an optic in the later half of a prestige for each of these, because that's definitely the way to go with that. Next challenge is the kills with no attachments, which you can knock out this one at pretty much any time in the prestige as long as you have the gun unlocked. But I like to do it where I just deck the class up out with perks, and I just go all in on perks, and then I have a gun with no attachments, and then like a secondary RK7 burst pistol. And usually I'll go all in with perks: flak jacket, tac mask. I'll use the crash specialist. I'll go gung ho. I'll go ghost. I'll go dead silence. You know, something crazy like that. Maybe gung ho lightweight. I can't think of it off the top of my head about how many exact points you have, but that's definitely the way to do it and the way to get these challenges done. So I recommend going through and doing them one assault rifle at a time. That is the way that I did it. Well, I did it kind of in a special way where I got each assault rifle, I did them one at a time, going not really in order, but you know, you have to micromanage your own order depending on how you are with the progression and going through the prestiges. But that's how I was able to do it. And then I actually got them all to a point where I was like 5 or 10 kills with 5 attachments off of getting diamond, so that I could get them all, every single assault rifle, gold in one game and unlock diamond in one game, which is actually a crazy live video that I recorded and uploaded last night. If you guys want to check that out, that's basically how I unlocked them all. And I also showcased diamond on all of the assault rifles. So if you want to see diamond on all of the assault rifles, definitely do check out my last video, because I think that's where you'll be able to see them. And this video was talking about just how I think you can earn the diamond on the ARs, which of course you see me using in the gameplay on the Vapor, which diamond, it looks really, really good in this game, and I do like how it is a reactive camo that reacts to how you play. So drop a like if you guys made it to the end of the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I would really appreciate that. Have a great night. I appreciate all you guys. Your support has been amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace, and hopefully these tips help you guys go in for the diamond camo on your ARs. Peace out.